difference between an emotionally avoidant person and a normal person is when you're getting to know a normal person, the more you get to know them, the more open they will be, the more like close you guys will get. The more free they'll be around you. Yeah. So maybe you met someone in January and you guys have been interacting. By let's say March or even February, you guys are now closer, Now you know that okay, when you see them, instead of maybe handshakes, now you guys hug, you have your relationship has solidified, it has become closer. So it is progressing. Now, an emotionally avoidant person, the more you get to know them, the more confused you become. Yeah. There's no progression. There's just stagnancy. That is one of the signs of an emotionally avoidant person. So say you meet somebody, maybe you guys are in the same social space, yeah, and maybe you guys start to interact, yeah. You would think that the relationship is going to progress, yeah. So maybe on Monday and Tuesday, you guys said hi and smiled at each other and you guys said like one or two things, yeah. And then Wednesday comes, the person is acting cold. Or maybe throughout that week you guys were cool and then the next week they're acting cold, they're giving you the cold shoulder, and then that cycle repeats. Then maybe like some days after that they're nice, and then you just get stuck in that cycle of hot and cold. Yeah, 1 minute they're friendly, the next minute they're cold, and then you're wondering what is happening. Yeah, because the relationship is not progressing. It never progresses. Even if you guys end up being in like a relationship, maybe a romantic relationship or a friendship, this same cycle continues. So on their hot days where they feel maybe they're in a good mood, yeah, they tend to like be nice and all that, and you're thinking, oh look, I have a friend or I have a partner or something, and then just go cold on you. And then when they go cold on you, they only switch it up when you start to pull back. Yeah. So it's like, oh, now this person is going back. They draw you back in. And then you come back because now you remember the good days. But you never ever get out of that cycle. You never ever get out of that cycle. And it's not just with romantic relationships. Yeah. It happens with friendships. It happens with platonic relationships also. Yeah. Like I've had situations where maybe in my gym, for instance, there are certain people that I'm, cordial with, I just like their vibe, and I say hi to them, and you see that some of these people, the relationship progresses. Now in the beginning where it was just hi hi, we have graduated to when I see you I'll carry you, I'll hug you, I'll carry you. Yeah. But we don't even have each other's phone numbers. It's just a gym thing. We don't even have each other's phone numbers. It's only when we see at the gym, hey, my friend, my this, my that. We don't even know about each other's personal lives. But you see that the relationship progressed. It's not even like a friendship per se, yeah, but it's like a gym, body type of thing. But then I also noticed there's like one or two persons who, today they're cold, today they're hot, tomorrow they're cold. And then we will have a conversation, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, we're good now. And then the next day the person goes cold. And it's like, I don't even know why they're doing that. Maybe they're thinking that, oh, this person likes me. And it's like, no, I see you as my son. Like, the more I evolve, the more I see like men as my children, not just men, people that I'm around. I feel like a mother. I might not look it, I might not even act it sometimes, but it's like my soul feels like I'm people's mothers. Like, I'm bitch, you're my son. I'm your mother. Yeah. I just feel like I'm people's mother. Like, so even with certain guys that I'm friendly with and they start to think, oh, this one is catching feelings. No, you're my child, there's some that we get to a stage where I'm a gift giver. I love buying people gifts. In fact, if you're in my life and I've never gifted you something, there's a problem. I love buying people gifts. Not I love receiving gifts also, but it doesn't have to be together, because even if one person I buy a gift for doesn't give me a gift back, there are people in my life that always give me things. Yeah. So it's like a pay it forward type of thing. But for me, it's just I just love buying people gifts. Like I can go out and I see something, I'm like, oh, it reminds me of this person, I want to get it for them. Or if this person likes something, and I'm cool with them and I remember, oh, this person likes this thing, that kind of thing. So it's like, even with some of these people, I've gotten to a stage where we're giving gifts. Like I'm giving this person things like, oh, take this, take this, take this. I'm not looking for anything in return. But it's like, if we've gotten to that level where you're collecting things from me, even things that you're eating, you're collecting it from me. Why are you still hot and cold? So you see, emotionally avoidant people, if you're not aware and secure and grown, you would think that it's something that has to do with you, but it's nothing. It has nothing to do with you. They're just afraid of intimacy. They're fighting a war in their head. Yeah, that has nothing to do with you. And most times the best thing is to run away. If not, they will project their insecurity onto you. Yeah, the unnecessary things you're feeling, they're going to project it onto you, and then you're going to start feeling like there's something wrong with you, but there's nothing wrong with you. They are fighting demons, and instead of coming out and asking and just expressing that thing, they'll rather stuff it inside them. And when they see people who are genuine and authentic and offering them genuine connection, they can't handle it. They run away, because now they start looking for how to project what is wrong with them onto you. They want to look for holes. They want to look for pitfalls so that they can say, I said it, this person is dangerous. This person doesn't want the best for me. So you see, even in platonic situations that don't even require any like deep investment, emotionally avoidant people are still going to act hot and cold. They're still going to act from a place of trauma. Yeah. And they have a lot of work to do. And one thing you should never do is try to save an emotionally avoidant person. Say, I want to save them. If I just love them hard enough. You cannot love an emotionally avoidant person hard enough. You can't. Yeah, I think that is what people don't realize. You cannot love somebody out of emotional avoidance. It's something they have to decide they want to come out of by themselves and actually do the work on their own. And then they can now connect with you or any other person just to practice and just to show vulnerability and just to exist in that space. But they need to have started doing their own work. Yeah. So don't feel bad when in cutting off an emotionally avoidant person. Cut them off. If not, they'll keep draining your energy, because they'll have you out here questioning yourself. You're just going to be depleted. You're just going to be vexed. You're just going to be frustrated. Do not entertain them. Once you sense that like hot and cold, push and pull, just leave them, because whether you do or you don't, they will still say that I said it, or people always abandon me. Their abandonment issue is deep, and they have not done anything to actually fix it. Yeah, so just go and save your sanity. If not, you're just going to be stuck in a stagnant cycle. It is never going to progress. There's no growth there. You're just going to be stuck like a hamster in a wheel, going round and round and round and round and round and round. Doesn't be shit. Let me just add this last part for context sake. Being emotionally avoidant and having boundaries are two different things. I had situations where people who are not available will complain that, you're hot and cold. No. For instance, maybe a married man comes to me now and he's, trying to get close, and I'm being cordial with him. But when he tries to push for the connection to go further, I pull back. And then the person is saying, you're giving me attitude. No, bitch, you're married. Go to your wife. Why are you trying to connect with me? Who is your friend? So don't let people gaslight you. Don't let people gaslight you into saying, you're emotionally avoidant because you have boundaries. Yes, I can relate with a married person. We can gist, we can talk, But if they're now trying to cross that line and now start being too chummy with me, yeah, it's like, I'm going to pull back. That is not me being emotionally avoidant. That is me enforcing boundaries to make sure that, this person doesn't cross that, so that we don't end up getting into a situationship. Because unfortunately, you're the one that has to do that work. If you are the available person, they are not available, whether they're not available mentally, physically, emotionally, however they're not available, and you understand that, I don't want to connect with this person on a deeper level, move back. That is boundaries. What emotionally avoidant people have is walls. They put up all these walls, and when you have walls, you keep out the good and the bad. Yeah. But when you have boundaries, you're keeping out what doesn't serve you. Yeah. But walls, ain't nobody gonna fly over that shit. But hey, these people are waiting for angels. All the best.